Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien and Bubba here on the morning of Friday, March 12th, 2021, TGIF. And for you guys in YouTube, this is your favorite alien saying last night President Biden was doing his national address because he had signed the $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill. Now, he looked presidential, a lot more than President Trump did, didn't he? But like President Trump, he's not truthful. And he said the truth is supposed to be the ideal of an administration. Yeah, you can be up to 75% truthful, President Biden, but you're not even 20% truthful. President Trump was 2% truthful. An ideal president should be between 60 and 70% truthful. There's always the 30% and the 40% that the public never hears. But you're only at maybe 20% if you're lucky. And you were killing yourself in that address last night. First, you said, I congratulate the Senate on passing the $1.9 trillion bill. Both the House and the Senate, the House twice, passed that bill on partisan grounds. It wasn't about the American people, it was partisan. Not all Democrats agreed with that $1.9 trillion bill that you put up there. How many hands did you have to arm twist for that? And in the Senate, you can know that one guy wasn't exactly happy with it. Senator Manchin from West Virginia. You had to get his concessions on board before you could even have the 50 to 49 vote. 50 to 49 vote. And you needed every one of those Democrats in the House to actually get this thing going. So how many arm twistings did Pelosi do in the House and did Schumer do in the Senate? And for that matter, McCarthy in the House and McConnell in the Senate for the Republicans to vote no 100%. That is not a true American governmental system. And there's not a single penny in that $1.9 trillion budget or bill for mitigating the virus. Oh, you got billions of dollars for this, billions of dollars for that, billions of dollars for more vaccines. But vaccines are a stopgap measure. They're not even a mitigating item. Neither is masks, neither is social distancing. Those are just stopgap measures. It's like if you were in Panama in the early 20th century, you sit yourself behind mosquito netting and your windows and screens and on your bed. Don't forget you gotta have a mosquito netting on your bed. Oh yeah, if you don't know what it is, look it up. The doctor who was in charge of sanitation and getting their place ready for them to build the Panama Canal, Dr. William Gorgas, he had to find a ingenious way to mitigate the virus and mitigate the deaths. And he did. There still was some deaths around, but they were inconsequential, maybe 10, 20 a year, when you could have had thousands of them dead from yellow fever and malaria. The way he mitigated it with the technology that he had on hand, that deserves praise, but I don't see any praise for William Gorgas. And he became Surgeon General later on in his life. And this is something that the administration didn't like over there at Theodore Roosevelt. But he somehow pushed it through to get it done that way. And it saved the Americans lives and money. $387 million is what it cost to build the Panama Canal. That's in 1914 dollars. $387 million total. Today, you were talking billions. Now, the deaths, oh yeah, they were a lot, but most of them were related to accidents, like the mountain when you had to blow up this mountain to build the Gaillard Cut, or Culebra Cut, and Gaillard Cut as they called it later on. It goes right through this mountain, and you had to blow the mountain in half. So half of the mountain's on the left side, half of the mountain's on the right side, and you still got landslides even today. So you had a lot of people die with dynamite blowing that happened there. But the mitigating, Dr. Gorgas used what he had on hand, DDT oil, to mitigate the water, to get rid of standing water whenever possible, and mitigate the mosquitoes. Okay? He didn't eliminate them, he mitigated them. So the thing, even today, when the canal zone ended in 1979, the Americans had a good record of continuing the mitigating, not only in the canal zone, but in the entire country of Panama, because you didn't have that much yellow fever. You still had them in the province like Darien and Bocas and Toro, but those are provinces that are not populated, and a lot of people don't go there. You got headhunters and all kinds of stuff over there. Yeah. Well, but here, I'm surprised that not only the Trump or the Biden administration decided to mitigate. I told you how to do it. I told you needed at least $100 billion. But hey, and you had the National Guard. Now you're using the National Guard to put people in vaccines? Yeah, really? And the vaccines are not going to help? They're just a stopgap. You're going to have 260 million that you might get vaccinated out of 330. Oh, don't forget the 10 to 20 million dollar illegal aliens. So you got 250 million. So you're going to have between 80 and 90 million people that are not going to get vaccinated because some of them hate the vaccines. I know over 100 people that don't want to take the vaccine for one reason or another. You alluded to that, President Biden, but you never came up and say it. Why? Because you got to get those people to get vaccinated, but you never made an effort to do that. You just say, oh, well, you might get vaccinated, but you never told them why. Or give them a reason that your government would say, we need your help on this. You never did that. There's 80 to 90 million people that are not going to get vaccinated. It's going to come back and bite you in your derriere. And also, you're dealing with the illegal aliens in the southern border. President Trump was wrong in some of the things he did, but he was right in closing and clamping down on that border and a border wall. Period. Because your nation cannot sustain the influx of immigrants anymore. Do you understand that? Your economy is not that good anymore. It can't sustain them. Because they don't have the education, the skills that you need to run this kind of high-level technological civilization you're trying to build here. 50, 60 years ago, yeah, you needed them for the grunt. You still need them for grunts because nobody wants to wash dishes or clean toilets, or build houses, do drywall. Name me an American that wants to do that. Waitressing? Well, a lot of Americans don't want to do that. Oh, I don't want to get paid $2.13. Yeah. You see what I mean, President Biden? And now you got an issue there because the governments of Central America and other Southern American governments and the people that the coyotes are bringing in through the southern border through Mexico, they come in with their diseases. Dengue fever, yellow fever, malaria, and all the other Central American diseases that you don't have vaccinations for here. They don't make no money making these vaccines for Americans, let alone to take them over there because we don't get any money from them. Yeah. They rely on European, Chinese, and other countries to make their vaccines for them down there, and most of them don't work. And then when you get here, you're going to have the variants of those. Also because COVID-19 is an atmosphere-based artificial pathogen, not the original coronavirus. This is human alterated virus. And the reports that I got from 2064 pointed to China big time on that. Okay? China did something to the DNA of that virus that allows it to survive in the atmosphere for very long periods of time. We're talking decades. Till it finds a host. It's a parasitic virus. It's also, like I said in my earlier videos, Star Trek and the Borg. It's a assimilating, amalgamating virus and replicating virus. So it'll replicate itself in the host virus, say, "Cool Ebola," and make Ebola survive in the atmosphere, something Ebola can't do. So there you got a variant of COVID-19 called Ebola, and you're going to hear about that in about 3 weeks. Trust me, if history is right, your first case in the U.S. in about 3 weeks, Ebola virus, and it's 94% deadly President Biden, but I got to call you President Virus. I've emailed you a few times, and I must admit, you, unlike President Trump, did write me back, "Oh yeah, we received this, but we won't talk to you, but thank you for sending it to us." President Trump's office never did even acknowledge that they received it. So you see, President Biden, this is going to cost you. Your southern border problem, not only the illegal immigrants you got there, but the diseases that they're going to bring in because their country doesn't have resources to handle them. You don't have resources to handle them here either. Therefore, 150 million to 155 million dead. This is your favorite alien, and Bubba. Good day.